Hi, I'm PJ McTavish and welcome back to another DCG tutorial. So as you can see, we're doing short questions, and this one is going to be question A3 from the 2015 paper. Now, as you can see here, I've done it already, but for some reason didn't press record on the bloody laptop. So let's go through it again. When I went through the review of the full paper, I thought this was a harder question than it actually is. I didn't think it was a nice question, but looking at it closely now, it is actually not too bad. So, question A3. The 3D graphic below shows a sculpture based on intersecting planes. The drawing shows the elevation plan of two of the intersecting planes, ABC and ADE. Part A. Draw the plan elevation of the line intersection and determine the dihedral angle between the planes. And B. Determine the traces of the plane ADE. Now, during the review, I said I didn't like it because it looked like they were just trying to force a long question into a short question segment, but I was wrong, because as you see here, I thought it's a 5-point question because point A is relevant to both planes, so therefore A has to be on the line section. That gives me one line, and then I thought, okay, we have to draw a line across, get our 2 points, bring them up, and so on. But if you look at it here, if you see on the 3D graphic, the plane ABC and the plane ADE intersect at this point here, okay, and that is your line BC and DE intersecting here. So that's a line on the point, or a point on the line intersection, and we know it is because all our 2 lines are on the XY line. Therefore, these 2 lines do intersect at that point. So straight off the bat, down here in plan, we have a point on the line intersection. So if I join that back to A, that is the line intersection in plan. Okay, how do you find that in elevation? Project your points straight up to the XY line because they're all on the XY line. That's our BC and our DE are on the XY line. Join that back to A, and that's our line intersection in elevation. Now the next part, it says determine the dihedral angle between the planes. So because I've done this already, I know there's loads of room by going out here to the right. As you can see, there is loads of room, obviously, and it's all going to fit. But what you have to do next is you have to draw an auxiliary view that is perpendicular, first of all, to the line section, and then parallel. So if we're going to do perpendicular, I could project down here, and then parallel might bring you up or down. Okay. Same thing with the elevation. You could go perpendicular and then parallel. So we're going to go from the elevation. So we're projecting everything perpendicular to the line section, and if we're projecting from the elevation, you get your heights from the plan. Okay, and just to save us a bit of room, I'm going to put in a datum line there at our first point, so in this case point A, and to give me an accurate height, I'm going to draw all my lines, all my points straight up to that datum, just so I get an accurate height when I'm using the compass, and each directly below A there. So A is on our datum line, therefore this is point A1. Now get your height from the datum line, so I'll do 1 and then I'll fast forward. So the height from datum line down to D. Okay, this is our point D here, mark it out from the X1, Y1, and that is D1. Okay, let's do the rest now. When it's all marked in, join the same laminate, or the same plane together, so it's ABC and ADE, so A. Now, if you project the line intersection down again, it should line up where they meet, so the point where they meet was where the BC line crossed the DE line, so BC crossing DE, which is here. So I'll keep this all light now because we don't really need it, we just want to find the dihedral angle. So by joining that point back to A1, that's going to give me the line intersection again, so it stands out here in red. So that's a true length, and if that's a true length, now we can do a point view we're running off that, so we go parallel to that now. So we get the same angle as that line intersection and project everything down parallel to it. So and you're going to get your heights from, you're projecting this auxiliary view, so you need to get your height from the x1, y1 back to the elevation. And just to save a bit of room, I'm going to put in a datum line. And we can use that to get our height. Now, straight off the bat, point E is going to be on the line. So this is point E, bring it down. This is point E2. Now find the height for the rest of them, okay? So you're going from your datum line back to your point, okay, and projecting that from the x2, y2 down. Okay, let's do the rest now. Okay, so there are all our points in the lamina. So you join them up again, and because it's a point view of A, you should see them as lines, okay? So our lamina are ABC, so we join ABC, and they should all line up together, and then ADE, and same thing here, they should all line up and go through point A. Okay, and that is your auxiliary view done. That's showing the laminas as lines, and you can get the dihedral angle between them, so you can just mark in here. That's your dihedral angle. Okay, and that is part B, or part A of the question done. Now for part B, determine the traces of the plane ADE. Okay, so the traces are where that plane, where that ADE, where it hits the horizontal plane and the vertical plane. Okay, so straight off the bat now we can see that DE is actually on the ground. So that's represented by the horizontal plane, so it's on the horizontal plane. Therefore that is where your plane cuts the horizontal plane, and that's your horizontal trace. So DE is our horizontal trace. So if I extend that over to hit the XY line, that'll be our horizontal trace. Okay, because the DE line is hitting off the horizontal plane, so therefore it has to be that part of the horizontal trace. So that's your horizontal trace done. Now to get the vertical trace, you need a point on that vertical trace. So the next point on the plane is point A. So if we project A up to the XY line, same angle as the horizontal trace, bring it straight up and straight across from A, it gives a point on the vertical trace. So get that angle, project A up to the XY line at that angle, bring A straight up and straight across, and that will give you a point on the vertical trace. So we brought A over here parallel to the horizontal trace. Where it hits the XY line, just brought it straight up and straight across from its original height in the elevation, and that's a point on the horizontal or the vertical trace. So if I join that back down to the XY line here. So like the other ones from 2015, I hope this question looks similar to what you did on the day of the exam. I hope this helped, and if it did, please leave a like, and we'll see you in the next one. Okay, thank you and good luck.